First game is going to be I Am Person versus Youssef. This should be first game of the night. Hopefully you enjoy it. Should be pretty fun. Alright, so we got Youssef here and I Am Person. Youssef is playing the Aztecs, and I Am Person is also playing as the Aztecs. So we have an Aztec mirror here. First one of this tournament, actually. So if you love Aztec gameplay, this is going to be pretty entertaining for you. So, Aztecs. What do you need to know about Aztecs in competitive? Thing you need to understand is they love their community plazas. That's really the center of their gameplay, is the community plaza. It's the community plaza and your ability to manage it well is what determines how good you are with the Aztecs a lot of the time. So what you do is at the start, build a community plaza, pretty cheap, and put your warrior priest on it to help generate some XP for you right out of the get-go. Gets you about 1 XP point per second at the start of the game, so quite reliable for getting some quicker shipments. The other thing you want to do is run out onto the map with your war chief and your Eagle Scout and try to get a bunch of treasures. As many treasures as you can. But here's the catch. When you're trying to fight the treasure guardians, always try to eliminate the treasure guardian, like kill it, so to speak, with the Eagle Scout. You know why? Because the war chief has an aura that allows allied units to do more XP bounty from killed units. So if you let the other unit do the killing, then you're actually going to get more of an XP bounty from it. So just thought I'd put that out there for you to know. Yeah, if you do it with the war chief, you won't get the reward, but if you do it with the Eagle Scout or perhaps one of the treasure guardian humans that you convert, then you'll get it. Interesting fact, huh? Yeah. It's something I didn't even know until I saw JulianK going over it one time in his online guide that I purchased, which is a really good guide that you should consider purchasing as well because it gives you some good strategies to learn about differences. But either way, that's what we're sort of seeing from both sides here. Warrior priests on the community plaza and tons of treasure searching and treasure hunting here. Yeah. XP for I Am Person, and then Youssef got some wood, it looks like, so everybody's doing a good job with the treasure hunting aspect of things. What do the decks look like? So, Russian Aztecs. This sounds like an aggro deck. This sounds like this is going to be used for aggro. So we're probably going to see all these Anton Slingers, Pumas, Coyote Runners, even these Mayan Javelineers being used right out of the gate. And the opponent is running Rush. So this is going to be a double aggro situation, I think. We're going to see a lot of early combat from both Aztecs. I'm assuming they're going Messenger, right? The Messenger and the Elder. Oh, the Elder. Interesting. So one's going with the Elder, one is going with the Messenger. So a bit of diversity in politician choice. We'll see how that ends up going. Right, let's see. Yep, Eagle Scout's coming back to help take this treasure. This is the big 210 XP one. This one's pretty substantial if I Am Person can get it. It's going to be pretty rewarding for the rush because that means a whole nother unit shipment that they're going to be able to pump out right away. So yeah, let's see if they end up being able to do that pretty much. Yeah. Okay, so Youssef already has his war hut being constructed, so he's a bit ahead of the game there right now. Also, he is going to contest this treasure too. Unfortunately, he doesn't get it. Yeah, I Am Person is still able to get it, which is great for him, horrible for Youssef, but Youssef is ahead of the game on the war hut, sticking it right here on top of these two hunts, so this is pretty major here. This is good map control to control all of this food. And it gives Youssef the chance to herd back one of these hunts more in his direction, giving him a much bigger supply of food there, right? Another thing you do with the Aztecs right away is get your big button from the town center here to get some of your Jag Knights early. Normally you can only make Jag Knights in Fortress Age and beyond, but using the emergency big button at the town center, you can get yourself some quick access for Jag Knights, which is quite useful for you. These guys are going to be quite good because they will counter the Coyote Runners through their shock infantry multiplier, and they'll also counter the Puma Spearmen as well through their anti-heavy infantry multiplier. The only thing that will sort of threaten them is obviously other Jag Knights and Antonin Slingers. So basically a good power unit in a mirror matchup like this. Alright, so it looks like Youssef is going Coyote Runners, whereas I Am Person is also queuing up a Coyote Runner, but also shipping in Mayan Allies, followed by Antonins. So he's getting the Slingers and the Javelineers. The Javelineers statistically are basically just musketeers, so they're heavy infantry with the range attack. They're a bit different since their range attack is a bit more like an archer because it has a rate of fire of 1.5 instead of 3, which means for every 3 seconds it actually attacks 2 times in range instead of just once, which is pretty good. But yeah, here we see the Javelineers coming right out in this spot right here. Also, the Jag Knights are rushing the War Hut with their decent siege at 36, followed by some Antonins over there. Oh wow, look at this. Look at what I Am Person did. He decided to ship them right out of his War Hut to go completely around the push that Youssef was attempting right there. That's pretty good. Seems like, oh wow, loses a vill, loses another vill, loses another vill. That's 3 villagers dead. That's pretty serious. I mean, all we see from the field from Youssef right now is some Coyote Runners. He is forced to get his big bun now to get his 4 Jag Knights onto the field. But I think he's in a weaker position here, especially considering he has to reconstruct another War Hut in his base and it's being sieged. So he might not get this one either. Oh, he gets it, but it is damage, right? I Am Person has a huge advantage here because he's got the Javelineers here. He's got some good range support for the rest of his melee troops. And, oh, he's sticking some of them into melee to harass the Antonins. That's pretty good. You know, Antonin Slingers, they're very flimsy. They're very weak in defense. It doesn't take a lot to hit them in melee. Even a Javelineer can potentially threaten them, as you saw right there. Alright, so if the Javelineer's still alive with the Coyote Runners, they're going to finish off these Slingers. And, oh man, get those vills into the... Oh, lost another one. Look at them. She went flying into the plaza there. That's pretty serious. Yeah, no. I Am Person is on top of his game here. Yeah, and since his base is not being threatened, he can have units on his community plaza. He took all of his vills and he just threw them on. That's pretty smart because now he's going to get increased attack on all his troops and he's going to do even more damage now. Right? And he's also shipping in Coyote Runners. And if he wanted to get off and do some gold gathering, he could actually get another batch of the Javelineers too. So in the attacking situation here, it looks like I Am Person has what he needs to beat Youssef outright. Right? Does Youssef have any shipments he can rely on as still? He does have a few, but obviously since he's not doing much on the field at this point, besides losing his Slingers, he's not going to be able to get shipments out quick enough, I think, to save this town center. Where is it at now? He's got some HP on there, but how many vills has he got? He's got 21 vills. Is that right? Yeah, but they're all stuck in the TC and not gathering. I Am Person can obviously throw his units off the community plaza at any time and resume gathering. That's the difference. That's the difference there. Yeah, but I don't see Youssef being able to leave this TC anytime soon. This is unfortunate. I think he's pinned and he might end up getting destroyed. Big time. Yeah. Very, very significant there. Yeah. It looks like that TC is going to go down, though. Yeah, because there's just nothing Youssef can defend with. And it looks like Person is gathering resources again and queuing in tons of Puma Spearmen to get that siege done. Wow. Very nice. That should finish off that TC, and then want him to go after the houses next. Cut his population off. Looks like the town centaur is almost done. Okay, some coyote runners there. It's not going to make a difference though, because the puma spearmen are there now to intercept them. Pretty easy cleanup. I like how he's putting the warrior priest in and out of the town center to harass him as well. Yeah, here comes more puma spearmen, and that should be enough to down the town center, I think. Oh wow, look how he's sneaking off of his town center garrison there to get more vills onto the community plaza to make more warrior priests to attack his opponent. Oh no, he's making the emergency troops now, but yeah, way too late. Way too late at that point. That was pretty interesting. It just shows you how bold and spontaneous you have to be in an Aztec mirror. That's a pretty good showing of that, pretty much. Quite nice. But, yeah.